Hey guys, Sponsor on the public tester. I'm here to tell you guys a little bit about some potential Nidalee changes, nerfs, whatever you want to call them. So as you can see in the top right-hand side of the corner screen, you can see the actual changes. I copy-pasted that directly from a Riot post. So if you want to see the actual Riot post and their reasoning, that's in the description below. You click on the link, you can read all that stuff. But yeah, overall, it looks like a bit of a nerf. They've toned down her base stats a bit, and looks like they're trying to get her to move away a bit from the whole AD Nidalee thing. I don't know if what they're doing is really going to accomplish that, since the most effective build I found is building Trinity Force and then going pure tank. It's less about the AD ratio and more about just getting the Trinity proc and just being very tanky. However, the ratio change is relatively significant, so I don't know. Maybe it's just they're subtly looking to nerf the AD build, we'll call it. I mean, it's not really an AD build, but it sort of is. The whole Trinity tank build. And they did up the AP ratio decently, so I don't know. Maybe it'll be worth it to get what's that other item called? Uh, Iceborne Gauntlet now instead. I mean, it was never a terrible thing on her, but we'll see if it affects the standard Nidalee build at all. I don't suspect we're going to see too much of a change. It's all just a bit of a nerf. Aside from that, they've changed how pounce and swipe interact. So basically, what happens is when you get the hunted version of the pounce cooldown reduction stuff, or the you kill something with pounce thing, the cooldown is reduced to 1.5 as opposed to 1 second. So it's a bit of a nerf in that sense, but it's now affected by cooldown reduction. So I was messing around with it earlier, and actually what this means is if you get your cooldown reduction to 40%, it goes down to 0.9 seconds. So it's a very, very slight buff if you have maximum cooldown reduction. Now it's probably not a huge deal in the sense that cooldown reduction is something people tend to build at least some of in Nidalee. So you're probably not going to see too much of a change there. It's more of an early game thing, and you got to deal with an extra 0.5 seconds on your pounce kind of thing. Also, swipe no longer interacts with hunted at all. The way you get the pounce reset now, at least one of the ways you get the pounce reset, aside from killing something, is you actually pounce on someone to reset pounce when they have the hunted thing on them. So it's kind of interesting. I'll show you that. Show you guys that in a second. Let's go kill Miss Fortune here, like I usually do. I'll show you guys the pounce reset he was in.
Let me show you the way.
Yeah, I pounced on her and reset pounce with pounce. Oops, I pounced the wrong way. See if I can show you guys again. So I can pounce on someone, but you can't like pounce on someone multiple times. You see the cooldown on it. I'm not sure what the internal cooldown is, but as you can see, I actually got two separate marks on Misfortune there. But the pounces were too close to each other that I couldn't just keep spam pouncing on the same person over and over again by pouncing on someone with a hunted. That would be pretty overpowered, I think. So yeah, you can't put a mark on someone and then spam W and pounce on them over and over and over and over again, because that would be insane. But yeah, basically you can get 2 pounces off on someone in a combat thing by pouncing on them. So it's not a huge change. It's just instead of swipe working on things to pounce on people, you just pounce on people to pounce on people. So there you have it. Those are the changes. Actually, let me kill Misfortune one more time while I talk about this. There you go. So let me start by saying probably something does need to be done with Nidalee. She's kind of weird in the sense that she can be really, really abusive in lane. Like her laning phase, yeah, it's pretty crazy if you do it right. She does have a bit of a problem with team fights, which is probably why people build tank just so they can do things. Although it's not like she has really, really bad team fights. Like a good Nidalee can do some pretty crazy stuff. But I mean, then again, if you're really crazy with a character and really skilled with them, you probably should be doing crazy stuff. So I don't know. It's an interesting question. I don't think these changes affect what Nidalee's going to be doing too much. Again, it just seems like an overall slight nerf, and people are going to be doing the same thing. But we'll see. I'm not like I've done the math on the whole AP to AD ratio thing and how this change affects it. But yeah, changing AD ratios like that affects items like Trinity Force less, because again, they're not strictly AD items. I mean, they are, but they're not. They're less about the AD ratio. They're about the base stat, right? So, or the base damage, which they did nerf for base damage slightly, but what is that? 5 damage. Well, we'll see. I'll
You
probably
call
experiment with
this
Nidalee some, and maybe I'll have a
civilized?
more concrete opinion later. But for the time being, these are the numbers, and we'll see how it works out. Tentative Nidalee changes. We'll see if it goes live like this. I suspect Riot might do a little bit more, but we'll see. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you found this informative or entertaining, or get something out of it. Anyway, I'll see you guys around. Goodbye.